Spence Crawford is a great fight. It's a fight that I'm so glad that it got made because a lot of us we want to attribute Tank and Garcia for making it happen because they came out hot early in the year, and then Lomachenko and Haney came right after, so that weight class got a lot of attention early, so they had to step on up because the weight class under them, got a lot of attention early, so I think they felt like those guys were headed toward the top of the pound for pound list, and now they want to try to go ahead and rectify it. So finally, I guess the craziness went out the window, and they made the fight, and I'm so glad they made the fight. Now that the fight is made, in my opinion, my humble opinion, because truthfully, I know sometimes people have differences with opinions, but in my opinion, it's just simple, It's like, I feel like Errol is a great pressure fighter, and he's the bigger fighter. So his goal is to get the fight late. If he can get the fight late, and he has success with the late pressure, he can win the fight, but he has to get to the late part of the fight. But like Crawford is so sharp so early that if Crawford is smart, he's gonna try to not let Errol get to the late part of the fight because he knows that's what Errol is best at. So for Crawford, it's better to go out there and execute early and get control of Errol before the 6th or 7th round, because if you ain't got control of him by the 6th or 7th round, then it could be a very problematic for Crawford because Errol is big. But with the boxing skills that Crawford got, it's kind of hard to see for me to not see him being able to make those adjustments and get control early. But if he does get control early, it could get ugly, but I think he'll get control early. Well, what Spence has to do early is Spence has to beat Crawford's body. He got to make it a slowly wearing down process because that is his game. His goal is to take people into late rounds where they get tired, then he drops. And that's what he's best at. So, like I said, if there's anybody that you thought had the formula to beat Crawford, it will be that formula because we really haven't seen Crawford face a fighter of Spence's caliber that can do that. So, with that being said, Spence has the right mindset, and if there's anybody out there that could do it, it will be Spence. But it took so long for it to happen that mentally, you gotta hope that they both are there. Crawford's strategy has to be aggressive, but it has to be careful aggressiveness because Errol is a bigger guy and Errol is a hell of a puncher too. So Errol is not just going to be walked over in a couple rounds that easy. So you can't go out there early and let Errol hurt you, because if he hurts you early and you know for a fact he can hurt you, then you know in his mind all he got to do is get past 5 or 6 and that car going to get to going. And once that car start going downhill, it's going to be hard to stop. That's why nobody ain't beat him yet. Because once he gets that car to going downhill, they can't stop him. So his goal is to get to the fight, get past the early rounds, and get downhill. I don't know about Spence because I think him and Charlo kind of share the same trainer, but I think I heard Crawford say if it's a good fight, both of them will do a rematch. So if it's a good fight, you get a rematch. But if it's a one-sided fight, then they both probably will move on. And I've heard that Bud wants to move on to Charlo. And if Charlo moves on to Canelo, I don't know how that's going to happen, but they may do a catch with or something, I don't know. But there is a guy by the name of Jerron Enos that both of them probably would want to see, because he's that guy coming up behind him, and he's that guy that's pushing everybody as far as trying to push his way into the division. So he's a guy that the world wants to see either of them fight. We ain't had this since Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns. Two undefeated welterweight champions meeting when they're both undefeated and kind of at their prime almost. They're a little bit beyond it, but they still kind of at their prime. So to me, for boxing, this is the best fight boxing could have ever asked for. Right now that they're outside of the heavyweight division, this is the biggest fight in boxing.